In this exercise, you will move from drawing three-dimensional interiors in 1-point perspective to 2-point perspective. Your first exercise is just to draw a 2-point perspective grid that represents the interior of the room. The first thing you'll do, and again I'm using just the big marker, is to draw a vertical line. Vertical lines still remain vertical. And to break that line up into 4 equal segments. You can use your eye or you can use an actual measuring device. So straight line, which represents the back corner, and divide that up in 4 equal spacings. So if this is a 10-foot high ceiling or room height, you'll draw a vertical line across that represents, a horizontal line across that represents the horizon line. So 5 feet, our standard horizon line. Next, you'll choose equally spaced, pretty equally spaced, but doesn't have to be perfect. On that horizon line, select 2 vanishing points, left and right. Next, we're going to determine the ceiling plane and the floor plane. And we're going to do that by using both the left and the right vanishing point. From the left vanishing point at the top of your line, go from the left vanishing point and draw a line. For the floor at the base, do the same. From the left vanishing point, draw a line. Now from the right vanishing point, we're going to do the same. So on this side of the drawing, everything's going to merge over here. And now on this side of the drawing, everything's going to merge to the right. Like you've done before with cubes, you're going to use your straight edge. You're going to determine what seems square. So I'll do this side first. That seems like a nice square wall. I'll do the same on this side. So now looking at that, it should look almost like a butterfly or wings or something, but you have a ceiling, a floor, and 2 side walls. Now from each of the sections, so if this is 10 feet, 30 inches, 60 inches, 90 inches, 120. You're going to go through the vanishing points and bring out those lines. So at 2.5 feet or 30 inches, I'm going to go through the right vanishing point, through that 30-inch point on the line, and draw across. From the 5-foot section, I'm going to go from the horizon line and draw across. In this case, it should be a nice straight line, horizontal line. 30, 60, 90, draw across. And I'm going to repeat those steps on the right side. Let me finish this line up here. So let me repeat that same steps at 30, 60, 90, and 120, going from the left vanishing point through those points on the line. So now I've broken up the left and right wall into those same equal segments, and then they become larger as they move from the back towards the foreground. Next, from each corner, draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. where those lines intersect, draw straight lines down. You can repeat that on the floor and the ceiling. So where all of these vertical lines hit the base of your drawing or the floorboard, go from the vanishing point, and now you're creating the grid on the floor. Now I took my highlighter and I indicated where I want to draw a 30-inch cube, a 30-inch cube, and a 30-inch cube at the horizon line here. I could draw one even higher here up on the wall if I don't want to be right there on that horizon line. So let's do the easiest one, the one that's right here on the floor. And you're going to draw vertical lines up, like you've done before, from each four corners. The vertical line's are already here since it's right against the wall. And you're going to go ahead and from this, right, this is 30 inches up. I'm going to go through the left vanishing point and over. Where it hits the vertical line is that where it stops. Then I need to go across. So I went over 30 inches. Where it met the vertical line, and now I can go across. Where it hits the vertical line, and then go back to the wall. And now I have cube. So I can repeat my grid on the ceiling, or let's just see how this works. From each of the four corners, I'm going to come out from the vanishing point. Now I need to know where 30 inches is. So here on the floor, I can make a vertical line up to see where that point is. I could have also created a grid on the ceiling. So I'm going to draw a vertical line straight up. Right there. Not quite a vertical line. right? So I went 30 inches out and then took that vertical line up. And from the vanishing point here, look at, they both line up. Up, over, down. So now it should be as if I took a cube that was here and just pulled it straight up. Let's do this one. This is sitting on the floor. In the four corners, you can just do some construction lines and draw vertical lines up. From all four corners. I'm going to go, I could either go to this wall or I could go back to this wall and up 30 inches. And then I'm going to come through that from this point, through my vanishing point, where it hits those horizontal lines. That's where I know to enclose my box. And all lines, because our perspective is so right on, everything lines up. I apologize about this bright light coming through my nice pretty window. You might want to do this a couple times, get some practice in and get real familiar of when to use the left and right vanishing point. If you back up from your drawing and things don't look like a cube and they're all askew, well then you know you probably went to the wrong vanishing point. So for this exercise, either pull your lines from the left vanishing point, the right vanishing point, or up and down. Those are your choices.